and welcome to our weekly series about our research excellence. And in this series, every week we try to bring about the story of a participant or one of our students who has successfully completed a research paper. This also means that they have successfully completed their project. So we have Sonali, who has gotten her project published as part of an international journal. So good evening, Sonali, and welcome.
A very good evening, Aditya. Thanks for inviting me to this wonderful session.
So Sonali, let's get started. Why don't you just explain the business understanding part of our project?
Sure. Before that, I would like to give our audience a brief about the client that we dealt with. So, for this project, the client is a Malaysian startup operating in the space of edtech. So, the aim was to develop an AI application focusing on text to speech and speech to text technologies. Basically, the aim is to enhance the educational outcomes by addressing the language barriers in the classroom. So, the problem the client were facing was a lot of students were struggling to understand the tutor's speech due to language barriers, particularly in the cases where the tutor has a different accent or the students are non-native English speakers. Now, this language gap reduces their understanding of key concepts, which adversely affected their academic performance. Now, when we understand the business problem, we noted down the business objective, which was to maximize the comprehension of educational material for students who are non-native English speakers. Now, also when we further brainstormed on this particular problem, we noted that we have to put a constraint here also, which was to minimize the accent understanding curve of different speakers of different nationalities. So this was the whole business problem that we did for this project.
So what kind of data were you dealing with in this problem?
So for this project, we utilized a collection of audio files obtained from various sources across the internet. We are primarily focusing on Malaysian accent since the client was from Malaysia, from Malaysian side itself. To ensure the data was relevant to our needs, we discussed our data and inquired if they had any similar data available. So the client then provided us with the additional related audio files, which supplemented our existing data set. This combined data set included diverse accents and which was very crucial for developing a robust text to speech and speech to text models, which will help the students in tailoring their educational context.
So, Sonali, here, what kind of algorithms or models did you use in this project?
When discussing, when focusing on the models that we wanted to select for this, we did a little bit of research, which model is going to be best suited for this project. We sorted to pre-train model as this was much more easier to do the training and the rest all to solve the project itself. So here we have used a pre-trained model called Whisper AI, which is developed by OpenAI. And the reason for selecting this model was it is a robust model that achieves human level accuracy for English speech recognition. And this model was particularly well suited for our needs. And hence we proceeded with this.
So, Sonali, let's pivot away a little bit from the project and let's talk about the research paper itself, right? Now, obviously not everybody has an experience of writing research papers. So you having worked firsthand on that, what do you think were some of the challenges you faced while you were working on that?
So, so whenever we get any projects, this is just very normal for any person. We always focus on the coding part itself. We do the coding and we select different models and go ahead with it, which gives the best accuracy. Now, when writing a research paper, it requires a lot of extensive research. You have to justify the methods you are choosing, and why you are choosing. Basically, the whys are very important here. So, if I'm saying that I have use this particular method, you have to mention in the research paper why other methods are not considered here and what benefits you can get from this. And so basically, extensive research about data pre-processing, the model selection, its evaluation, and other things are very much necessary, which will definitely help you with your knowledge enhancement as well as skill enhancement.
And finally, one last question that I have for you is, how do you think that a research paper helps in your career overall?
Um, well, like you said, not a lot of people have the opportunity to write research paper. So I'm really grateful that I got this chance from the institute itself. So it not only shows my interest in this particular field, but also shows that what the knowledge enhancement that I have done for this particular field. And when it comes to research paper, it is going to help me a lot in career advancement, especially in job opportunities, which is where you have to demonstrate your expertise and your dedication in such competitive field. So yes, I would say that this has helped me immensely in my academic and personal growth as well.
So, Sonali, thank you so much for sharing your experience and just, overall in general, giving an overview of the project and the challenges that you faced. And thank you everyone for joining. Please do follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn for further such content. And thank you so much, guys, and have a great evening.
Thank you so much, Aditya.